and we can.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And a lot of you guys have been asking about my fender, like why is it not matching. A lot of you guys don't know what happened or didn't see the other video where I explained what happened when I put the front end back together after the accident. If you didn't know, if you're new to the channel, the car got backed into by a tractor trailer. It had a cover bumper on it just like it does now. It got crunched, and I'm finally, after months, got back together, and my fender got crunched too. Not by the tractor trailer, of course, that's another story. But either way, the fender got crunched and I needed to get my other fender painted. So I had people recommend Maaco. So I'm like, okay, I'll give Maaco a try. But this here is my honest review of Maaco. Not talking about the match, but like the quality and the customer service. There's a few good and there's a few bad. So let's get into the details. So right now, you're clearly looking at my door, which is the OEM factory paint from 21 years ago. And now we're going to pan over to the brand new painted fender, and that doesn't even look like performance red at all. If you didn't know, this car is performance red. That's the name of the paint on it, and that's what they painted it. And it doesn't match at all. I didn't even care about putting the logo back on. And yes, this hood is aftermarket, and I had it painted at Ford for cheaper, and it matches a lot better. And the thing is, Ford never even looked at my car. I just dropped off the hood in my truck, and they never even saw the car. I just gave them the paint code, showed them a picture of the car. That's about it. Maaco, they looked at the car in person to get a better idea, and this is what I get. I didn't even notice it because I picked up the fender in my truck and didn't notice it until I got home. So I put it on anyways. So I clearly wasn't pleased at all. I mean, like, I can get it not being perfect, but this is far off. Like, that is ridiculous. And I asked them if they was going to sand this thing completely down, because in the original paint on this fender was a different red, like a really dark red. I asked him, I said, are you going to sand this down any? So there's a couple of nicks in it, can't see it because of the water, of course, but there were nicks in it from rocks or whatever on the old paint, and I said, this needs sanded down. So I point out all the spots, and he said they are going to completely sand it down to the bare metal, and they're going to prep it and everything. They didn't even do that. The nicks are still there. The old paint is still underneath this paint. They didn't prep it, they just sprayed over it. The paint quality is not bad, okay? The paint quality is actually good. If it matched, I'd be happy. I wouldn't care about the defects like the scratches, but it matches. I mean, it doesn't match. It's shiny, it looks good, but it just doesn't match. That's the big ordeal. It does not match. That said, if you find any dents, like any little dents, pop them out. I'll pay a little bit extra if you pop out any small dents. Found actually more dents, I think, after I got the fender back, because there was actually no dents in it at all. I looked over this fender to make sure there's no dents. You can't see it on because once again it's wet and you can't really see it on camera, but there's a few minor dents, which, like I said, wouldn't bother me if the paint actually matched, and it doesn't match at all. Okay, customer service wise, the manager, is a really cool dude. We even had a conversation, showed him off his Fox body. Customer service is great, but I didn't get a refund yet. That's still in the process. He wants to give me my refund. He said he wanted to fix the car, but I heard of people doing overspray. So he told me to bring the whole car in and leave it for one day, and I'd get back the same day with the fender matching. But the thing is, they don't really tape well, and they end up spraying like the motor, wheels. I've heard horror stories about this specific Maaco not covering anything, like getting overspray on the windows, mirrors. Like, they don't cover the car at all, like the areas it's not painted. I'm gonna make another video on this, separate video on this bumper, but I got this off eBay, already painted, and look how well it matches. So much better than that fender. It's almost like a perfect match. You can't even notice any difference. But when you come over to the fender, it's way off, way off, especially around the door. I mean, like when the hood's not wet, you can still kind of tell. I mean, look at that. It's awful. Decided to come back outside to get a wider angle of the car so you guys can actually, I mean, you could already see it before, but yeah, that's the only problem I honestly think that really bugs me, is that it doesn't match at all. So do I recommend Maaco at all? No, not really. If you want to know the total price I paid to have this fender painted was $250. The sad thing is, for my hood and my old bumper, when I had them both painted at forward, and not this bumper, but when I both had them painted at forward, it only cost me $200 each. This cost me $250, and they broke a lot of promises. One, they didn't sand it down like I wanted them to. Two, the color doesn't match. I mean, the only good thing I can say is the paint itself, not the fact that it doesn't match, but like how it looks is actually good. It's nice, shiny, smooth finish. It's just not matching, and they didn't do any prep, which really bugs me. I mean, I can't really say how long it will last, because either this fender is going to get repainted, or I'm going to buy another fender online pre-painted by the people that did the bumper. And I'm very tempted, $220 for a brand new fender already painted to match the car for $220. I may just do that because it's coming from the same exact people that sells these bumpers, this specific bumper, and yeah, it's just gonna match a lot better. I mean, you can tell it matches so much better than that fender. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm debating. But if you guys have ever bought a fender from that company, if you know, you guys know where this bumper came from, but I forgot to do, it's MBI something. So if you guys have ever bought a pre-painted fender, let me know how it turned out and how long it lasted. Sorry, I had a hiccup. Oh, another thing is, spray paint matches better than that fender. I should have honestly just spray painted it for cheaper. And if you haven't seen my spray paint video where I spray painted my side scoops, my Cobra / newer GT style side scoops, it turned out good. Let me show you what it looks like. And yes, that is spray paint. Now I know a lot of people are gonna make fun of spray paint, but you gotta admit, it doesn't look like spray paint. It looks like it's actually professionally painted. And yes, you can get that spray paint anywhere. You can get it at Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart. I think even AutoZone has it. And it matches almost perfect to Performance Red. So any Performance Red guys out there, that's some good touch-up paint. I've used it on like little spots on the car and it looks perfect. Alright, it is freezing out, but yeah, a lot of you guys were asking why my fender doesn't match, and a lot of you didn't see the other video. So I figured I'd make a whole video on this topic, showing Maaco's amazing quality work that they say that they have. And the paint quality looks good, it just doesn't match, and he didn't do any prep. That's my only complaints. If it matched and he did prep, I would 100% recommend Maaco. But it doesn't match, they didn't prep it, there's a lot of broken promises, and nah, I don't recommend them. He literally said it's gonna be sanded down to where there's no more original paint left on it, and he didn't even do that. So yeah, I got screwed on that one. I don't know if I'm gonna get a refund or not. He said he had to go through corporate, which doesn't make any sense, but haven't heard anything back. He said he's gonna call me back, and that was like a week and a half ago, so probably not going to hear back. I may call again and ask, but it's freezing out here. Oh my god, I'm going to end this right here in a second. But alrighty guys, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for your support, and it's freezing out, so I gotta get back inside and edit this. Oh my god, it's cold. But thank you guys for the support. Like, comment, and subscribe. Jesus, it's cold. See you guys later.